One issue that is top of mind for a lot of people right now is the COVID pandemic. Um, what are some of the things that are going on in New Hanover School to make it safe for staff and students this year?
So we have, of course, earlier on in last school year, we partnered with the health department, making sure that every employee who wanted to could go and be vaccinated. And then this, over the summer, again, the health department made it gave everyone an opportunity, I think it was 12 and above, to become vaccinated. And so I have to give, the biggest shout out to our health department because they've been truly a great partner in this. What we have put forth is, of course, we have the PPEs for all of our schools. Masking mandate is in place, making sure that individuals are washing their hands. We have placed out documentation, and they'll find even more documentation on our website that talks about how the quarantine actually works if you've worn your mask properly, if you have been vaccinated, what that actually entails. We don't have a virtual option. The Senate actually came down with some information or some language that shared with us if you didn't have a virtual school back in March, which calls us a school number, and we didn't have one, that you couldn't opt to have a virtual school. And so we are going back to what we do if we have to quarantine, then we can look at those options. If we're having to quarantine an entire class, we're having to quarantine 2 classes, what would that look like? Because there are different measures that we can put in place to do it. So I don't see that as a worry at this point. And so I definitely want our communities to know that we're not worried about how we're educating. We're going to make sure that if they're missing an assignment, contact the principal, make sure that you're in contact with the teachers. They will make sure that that assignment is getting to the individuals. If there's if we have to quarantine, as I said, a whole classroom, we have things in place and we know how to do that too. And so that's where we are, but that's not a worry of mine right now. My biggest worry is that we don't do what the health department is telling us to do, and it causes us to go back into a shutdown. That's my biggest fear. And I don't want that for our school district, for our county. I don't think that's a good thing. It did not prove to be well academically for students or socially for students. So if we can, I'm begging and pleading that people will just do the right thing when it comes to protecting themselves and others with this virus.